as we started to look to a post-pandemic world. And what I will say right up front is part of it was a socializing, getting managers involved in thinking about change, so it was less of an event and more of a process. And this quote from former President Barack Obama, I think kind of resonates with a lot of what we try to instill in our team, we've been working on for multiple years, is change will not come if we wait for some other person or some other time. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the change that we seek. That it felt a lot of times that people were more feeling a little bit like victims. We've had chronic underfunding for a long time, and trying to step out of that and think about what we can do to move things forward in a positive direction. So very similar to the process that Jen went through on scenario planning, some things for consideration as you get ready to initiate any sort of change initiative. Whether or not you're modifying how you do your programs, putting in a new financial system, whatever it might be, you need to really have a balancing act between the current demands on your team and what you think the better future is going to look like. And those are trade-offs that you need to weigh. You want to communicate the why the change is being undertaken, and you want to be able to engage people at an emotional level. And this is absolutely critical. You have to paint a picture of why this hard work is going to happen and make sure that there is buy-in in working with people to hear about their concerns and fears and help move them forward in the project. Be prepared for setbacks and resistance. It's going to happen. You can count on it. Sure as the day is going to start tomorrow. Don't get discouraged. You go back to remembering the original vision of what you're hoping to accomplish, and don't let those setbacks, resistance, slow you down from the desire to improve whatever the initiative might be. Along the journey, make sure you celebrate wins often and share praise and for your team very, very liberally. You want to continue to communicate the vision and progress along the way. Ultimately, the goal with anything is to start making change a core value of your organization and a strength of your organization and team's culture. Because the reality is, if you think back where we were a year ago, we were wrestling with what is the pandemic going to look like? Where is funding going to be? How are we going to deliver programs? And here we are a year later. It's sort of the other end of the spectrum. How are we going to go back to in-person services? What's the future funding model going to look like? So we still have a lot of change, but I think building the muscle strength and organizational strength so people can be focused on how to manage it rather than feeling like they're having to react, it's a very different proposition.